Hey everybody, welcome to Enliven Wellness. My name is Tessa Gurley and I am an integrative medicine practitioner in training, here to tell you about what is a hiatal hernia, what are some of the symptoms, and what's one thing that you can do about this to help. So, first of all, if you haven't liked or subscribed to this channel, please do so. Hit the bell button so that you're notified when I go live, which I do often. I'm creating a very beautiful, loving, healing community here. You are loved, you are safe. Join us on the live stream every night. All right, so let's get to it. What is a hiatal hernia? A lot of you guys might be suffering from a hiatal hernia and you may not know it. So, a hiatal hernia is when your stomach, and more technically the fundus of your stomach, shoots up through your diaphragm. Ugh! Okay, I had a hiatal hernia. It was a nightmare and it can cause all different kinds of problems. Now, what are some of the common causes of a hiatal hernia? Well, you could be overweight. You could also have an underlying infection. A lot of times it's idiopathic, meaning there's not really they don't really know a reason why this is happening. I was very underweight when I got mine, so that checked that one off the list. My personal opinion is that I got a hiatal hernia because of stress. I know that sounds different. I'm not sure if that's backed by research or anything, but I think that mine came out because of stress, and I was just I was not breathing out fully all the time, and I think that just caused a lot of strain on my stomach to just pop up into my diaphragm, and then it caused all kinds of really weird symptoms, which I will now explain to you. So, some of the common symptoms of a hiatal hernia can be acid reflux, but you can also have some of the other ones as well, which I had. A really intense pain right about right here. Okay, so it was it's right in here that you'll feel some pain. So you'll have upper GI pain. And what happened for me was that I was basically one day I was getting on the treadmill and I was going down to run, tie my shoes, and it felt like somebody took an ice pick and hit me right here, and I was like, ugh. And then I just basically I ran to the bathroom and I just started vomiting, and I was like, what is going on? And I was just all this vomit was just just coming out, and I was like, what's happening? I don't even understand, and it hurt so bad. So you can have that upper GI pain. It can feel like somebody's stabbing an ice pick. You can feel like you're not getting a nice deep breath. That has happened. That was one of the symptoms that I suffered from. Also, you can have heart palpitations, especially around the time that you eat. You may have fatigue when you eat, oddly enough. You may feel like you can't breathe. You may have shortness of breath. These are all symptoms that I suffered from when I realized that I had a hiatal hernia. It was brutal. And another cause that can be a cause of the hiatal hernia is pancreatic blowout, aka your spleen. Your spleen can have just been blown out by things like alcohol, sugar, and caffeine. So if you've been over consuming the sugar, the alcohol, and the caffeine, you might have caused yourself a hiatal hernia as well. So you might want to take a look at lessening those in your diet. So that gets us to what I'm going to explain a little bit about how to help with this hiatal hernia thing. When you have a hiatal hernia, again, your stomach is sticking through your diaphragm, which is super painful. And there's one technique that I do, which I recommend to everybody, and it's called the drop test, the hiatal hernia drop. So what you're gonna do is in the morning, after you've drank a bunch of water, you're gonna get up on your toes, and then you're gonna slam your heels down. Bam! Right? You're gonna slam those heels down, and you're gonna do that 3 times. And then the weight of your stomach will help pull that hiatal hernia down. And then you bring your arms up over your head, and then you go, and you just breathe out. Okay, you just breathe out really hard so that you can kind of suck that, you can keep that hole closed. All right, so that's one of the techniques that I have used for my hiatal hernia. Now, when you have a hiatal hernia, here are some of the things that it can cause. Malabsorption, acid reflux, like I said, heart palpitations, breathing difficulty, shortness of breath. So, if you're experiencing these symptoms, could it be from that hiatal hernia? Maybe. And again, to get rid of this, you really do need to focus on your diet. No sugar, no alcohol, no caffeine. I know, guys, it's I'm not trying to be the, don't have fun girl, but it's super important. It's super, super, super important to clean up your diet if you want to get rid of that hiatal hernia or some of these symptoms. Now, also, what you can do is what I just explained. Is that heel drop, right? You can do that heel drop, and it will pull that stomach out of your diaphragm, which sounds super gross, but that's literally what's going on. So anyway, the hiatal hernia is not a fun thing to have. I had one, and I say had because it's basically gone now, so you can get rid of it. And if you're interested in learning more, please email me at tgirly7@gmail.com. Say I'm ready. I do offer those 30-minute free consultations, and I hope that this video was helpful. It's just a little introduction to the hiatal hernia. I'll be making a lot more videos about this later. And yes, so thank you so much for being here, and I will look forward to hearing back from you very soon. Okay, bye.